Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight, wild weather at 8 on the Weather Channel.
This morning on Wake Up with Al, you're getting ready for the weekend. We'll get ready for rain as well. Part of the system that's been dumping massive amounts of rain on the West Coast, making its way east. We're going to show you how much and who gets it.
And in California, more rain headed for the drought-stricken state. Even though we've had a lot of rainfall, it's not going to break the record. It is going to help. It's not going to break the drought, but it is going to help. Unfortunately, it's going to cause mudslides and flooding, though, while it does that. Right
now, it's a go. NASA set to launch its first test flight of the Orion spacecraft designed to take humans deeper into space than ever before. We've got Maria LaRosa standing by at Cape Canaveral with a pure preview right here, right now on Wake Up with Al.
Live from New York and the heart of Rockefeller Center, it's Wake Up with Al with Al Roker and Stephanie Abrams.
30 minutes past the power hour of Wake Up with Al. Welcome back.
All right, we know that you're busy in the morning. You want to get out the door, so we want to get you out the door with the top 3 weather stories you need to know.
Let's get it started. Here you go. First of all, we've been talking about this. It's going to be wet into the weekend, courtesy of, in part, that system that's been dumping all the rain out west. Look at this as we move on into tomorrow from Wichita, St. Louis, Cincinnati. We're looking wet, and it makes its way east. It's going to stay rainy in the west as well, just not as bad as it has been in the Pacific Northwest and into the Cascades and the Bitterroot, the Intermountains. We got a mix of snow, icy conditions, rain as you move into San Francisco, and then even further south, we're looking at a little more wet weather making its way into the southwest, and that will continue moving east. And we've got warm air taking over. Look at these temperatures. South of the jet stream, Atlanta today, you're going to be at 69 degrees. That's 11 above average, 65 in Dallas. But then Detroit, you're at 33, 7 degrees below average. D.C., 46. That's 6 degrees cooler than it should be, Steph.
That's such a good illustration of how the jet stream separates warm from cold. Boom, right like that, just in your face like that. You don't always want everything in your face, but that is a good one for you. All right, let's talk about the wet weather into the weekend and the storm that I was talking about into the Four Corners, how it's going to get all the way into the Midwest and eventually into the Northeast. Places like Chicago, you'll see those showers on Friday, so it's into the Midwest as we head into tomorrow, and then Saturday, it's into the Northeast. 28 chilly degrees in Chicago, but guess what? You're going to warm up. You're going to see some warmer air coming on in. So let's talk about what you're dealing with in the Midwest. I mean, look, a lot of this snow, just because it shows snow on the radar, it doesn't necessarily mean it's hitting the ground. The radar can actually tilt at different levels in the atmosphere, and also it could be dry depending on what layer it's looking at in the atmosphere. So here's a look at the freezing rain that we're dealing with north of St. Louis, 55, north of I-70, 65. Again, it's just a light glaze, but that's all you need. You don't need a lot of freezing rain to cause issues. Are we going to have massive power outages and all that? No, but we could see some accidents on the road. So this first little system moves eastbound as we head throughout the day today, and then we're going to do the little typewriter move and zoop, go all the way back to the Four Corners.
People even remember typewriters?
I mean, I really hope so. If not, go look it up on the internet, which, anyway. So tomorrow we'll see that low pressure from the Four Corners get into the Midwest and then into the Northeast for our Saturday forecast. So Chicago, it's going to be a Friday event for you. The good news is by Saturday, you got the sunshine and 36 degrees, which is an improvement.
It's funny because Leela, my 16-year-old, saw a typewriter at one of her great aunt's house when we went down to Perry, Georgia.
She didn't ask what it was, did she?
She did. She said, "What is that?"
I guess you've never seen one, right?
Crazy stuff to think about. Well, hey, let's think about what's going on out in the Pacific Northwest. They're still seeing some heavier rain, just a big slug of moisture just coming into Portland as you move further to the east along I-90, I-84. We've got an icy mix. Then as we slide south, San Francisco, you've got more showers. Good news is not as heavy as it's been. We look and move things forward through the day today, and you'll see those showers getting a little more numerous in the Pacific Northwest. Little activity moving through Northern California, but it's not going to be all that bad. For tomorrow, we've got showers, some heavier rain as you make your way into Northern California. Rainfall amounts up there about 1 to 2 inches. You get down to San Francisco, Monterey, Santa Maria, maybe up to an inch, but the good news is it's not going to be quite as bad as it has been.
All right, time now for our news headlines. Dara Brown is joining us live in studio. And And Dara, how can we not talk about all the protests that happened last time after?
It's pretty amazing right now. Very, very difficult situation for everybody to be in. Another grand jury's decision not to indict a police officer. And once again, President Obama and his administration are looking into federal charges. The Department of Justice has opened a civil rights investigation into Eric Garner's case. Here in New York City, protesters stood mere feet away from police officers, chanting various phrases, including "I can't breathe." They were Garner's final words on the July afternoon when he was put in an apparent chokehold and died. Shortly after the grand jury announcement yesterday, the officer that was being investigated offered his condolences to the family. Garner's widow rejected them. Bad news if you already got your flu shot this year. The CDC says the current flu vaccine may not be a good match for the most common flu strain this season. So far, though, the number of flu cases this year has been low. And the lights on the world's most famous Christmas tree are on. And what a sight. Yes, it happened here last night at 30 Rock. The 85-foot-tall spruce from Pennsylvania has 45,000 LED lights. The tree will be up until January 7th, and I think that's sooner than most people take theirs down. But I think yours truly was at the event last night.
Yeah, it was. I tell you, it never gets old watching that tree get lit.
It is spectacular.
It really is. And you know the interesting thing, one of those lights go out, they all go out. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. Darren, thank you so much. Hey, what do we got going on day ahead?
Let's go the day ahead here, and we're going to start you off in the Northeast and show you what we're dealing with. We will see our temperatures starting off the morning 20s and 30s, but it's really going to be quite mild in the Northeast as we head throughout the day. Again, in the sunshine, it's going to feel 10 degrees warmer than it will in the shade, and they actually take the official temperature in the shade. So that's something to keep in mind when you're looking at the thermometer and you're like, this just doesn't add up. So Philadelphia, 44 degrees for you. We will see some clouds. In the south, we have the warmth. And then this warmth is going to just rise on up into the Midwest, on into the Northeast. It's going to spread west into places like Texas. So we are going to be sharing this. So when you look at the Southeast and you're like, okay, the 50s. I like the 50s. That looks good if you're living like in Chicago. Well, guess what? We're not going to see the 50s, but that air mass is going to be moving northbound. So you will get much milder air moving into places like Chicago. Morning showers for Nashville. Otherwise, we do have our first little batch of rain coming through. This is our next weather maker. It'll affect you in the plains, the Midwest, and into the Northeast as we head over the coming days. But will the weather be affecting the Orion space launch that happens at 7:05 this morning?
That's right. This could take astronauts deeper into space than ever before. One day, maybe carrying astronauts even to an asteroid or even Mars.
Okay, let's go to Maria LaRosa, who's joining us live from Florida's Kennedy Space Center, where all the excitement is building. And Maria, this launch is basically just a test, and it's amazing how excited everyone is getting, really even just for a test. There's not even anyone aboard this thing.
You cannot underestimate the excitement here, Stephanie. Everybody knows the significance of what this means. It means that we are one step closer, not only getting back to the moon, but maybe beyond, as you mentioned, to an asteroid and eventually to Mars. I am at Launch Pad 39, about 6 miles from the launch site. I'm looking at the Orion right now. So far, all is a go. Weather is looking good for the launch. As you mentioned, the window opens at 7:05. It is a short step forward. It's a 4.5-hour mission where it's going to make a loop around the Earth in orbit, and then it's going to get an extra push, and it's going to send it to 3,600 miles above the Earth. That is the farthest an astronaut capsule has been since Apollo 17 back in 1972. So there you have significance as well. We have hundreds of folks here on Launch Pad 39 with thousands of folks along the coast watching as well. And if all goes well, we're going to be watching that splashdown. It's going to be happening off the Baja California area in the Pacific. And again, if all goes well, it'll be at about 11:30ish or so. And they're even keeping an eye on the weather there too. The weather looks good for splashdown. The U.S. Navy is working with NASA to retrieve the Orion capsule in the Pacific. So, guys, they're really excited. It is not manned, but it has lots of instrumentation. The big test is for the re-entry, and that's what they're going to be looking at.
How's the weather looking for launch, though, more importantly?
So far, we have not heard anything that says otherwise, that it is going to be a go. I'm looking at some high clouds, and they do like the high cloud deck, so that is good news.
All right, Maria LaRosa. And, of course, the launch at 7:05 takes place during AMHQ. They'll be covering it live.
All right, coming up, we have a trio of weekend getaways that you don't want to miss. That's after your local news.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. today. Scattered thunderstorms, especially during the afternoon hours. High 78. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy this evening. A few showers are possible after midnight. Low 72. Chance of rain 30%. Friday, partly cloudy skies. High 79. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
America loves Italy. The signs are everywhere. And now get some of the best deals of the year during the Fiat Grand Finale. Get 0% APR or $2,500 cash allowance on the 2014 Fiat 500L.
For most people, earning cash back ends here at the purchase. But there's a new card in town. Introducing the Citi Double Cash Card. It lets you earn cash back when you buy and again as you pay. That's cash back twice. It's cash back with a side of cash back. The Citi Double Cash Card, the only card that lets you earn cash back twice on every purchase, with 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay. With 2 ways to earn, it makes a lot of other cards seem one-sided.
This is a map of the pressure points on my feet.
I had flat feet. I learned where the stress was at the Dr. Scholl's Foot Mapping Center. Then I got my number, which matched the custom-fit orthotic inserts with the right support.
Go to drscholls.com for locations and save $10.
I'm a believer.
Lips are your thinnest skin. They need special attention day and night. New Chapstick Dual-Ended Hydration Lock provides 24-hour care. SPF protects by day, natural oils replenish by night. Chapstick, put your lips first.
Sweet mother of softness. I've never seen anything so soft. Charmin.
Take a closer look at Charmin Ultra Soft and you'll love what you see. Not only can you use less, but you can actually see the softness in our comfort cushions. Plus, Charmin Ultra Soft is so much more absorbent, you can use up to 4 times less.
What are you boys looking at?
My name's Squeeze.
Roto-Rooter approved. Charmin is clog-free or it's free.
A little more tree.
A little more snow.
A couple more reindeer.
A couple more bows.
Another dozen cookies just in case the neighbors show.
A little more joy
for Christmas. Just a bit more garland so my stairway looks divine.
Another nutcracker so the kids don't fight this time.
Why stop at 3 wise men when the mantle fits 9? A little more joy for Christmas.
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on any other wiper blade. Because like you, Bosch cares about what's ahead.
Attention corn farmers. Corn prices have plummeted and sales are down as a result of China's ban on U.S. corn and corn products. Syngenta introduced a GMO corn strain that may have contaminated the U.S. corn supply and hurt you or your business. If you've suffered economic impact as the price of U.S. corn has decreased, you may be able to recover your losses. Call Sokolov Law at 1-800-839-4141 for a free legal consultation. Again, that's 1-800-839-4141. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
43 minutes past the hour. With things warming up in Dallas today, you're going to get up to 66. Right now, 57 degrees. And that's 66 above average for this time of year.
Yes, we're going to see highs into the mid-70s. A chance of rain as we have our system coming from the Four Corners that is crisscrossing the entire country. Is going to hit you up in Dallas, too.
And you look at these temperatures right now, it's 50 in Midland, Dallas 55. 34, though, in Kansas City. Boy, talk about the difference there between the jet stream.
Yeah, you can see Kansas City, you're going to get on this warmth. It's going to spread all the way into the Great Lakes, all the way to Minnesota, as a matter of fact.
And then tomorrow, look at that, Midland 73, Kansas City 46, Oklahoma City 9 degrees above average. Wow, Dallas, your average 60 degrees. And look at tomorrow's high.
76.
Woo! Well, bless
so
you.
warm it made me sneeze. Excuse me.
It's funny. They've always said you can't sneeze when you're on TV. I guess we just proved
them wrong.
All right. Well, this morning on Wake Up Travel, we've got some best destinations that are nothing to sneeze at. We pick a U.S. city and offer you a trio weekend getaways within driving distance of that town.
Jackie Gifford is the senior editor at Travel and Leisure. She joins us with some great winter escapes from Salt Lake City. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Good morning,
guys. A lot of people go to Salt Lake City during the winter, but some people are like, get me out of here.
Yeah, well, Salt Lake City is an amazing destination, and also people come here for the winter to ski. So the first destination we're going to talk about is Park City. So this is a tiny town, 8,000 people, but in the winter time, so many people come in to go skiing, check out the 5-star hotels. Celebrities come for the Sundance Film Festival. You don't want to miss the downtown area. It feels like something out of the Wild West. So cute.
So weird to see. There's a Waldorf Astoria in Park City.
There's a Waldorf Astoria in Park City. It's a lovely hotel, $289 a night. They have lovely rooms, panoramic views, fireplaces, private balconies, and they also have a 16,000 square foot Golden Door Spa.
Well, let's look at the forecast for Park City coming up this weekend. Check it out. Let's see. Right now, it's looking pretty good. Temperatures in the mid-40s with partly cloudy skies.
Okay, another great ski destination is Snowbird.
Yes, Snowbird. So that's 45 miles from Salt Lake City, and skiers really love it because it has exceptional snowfall and also a wide range of terrain to explore. And there's a hotel there called the Cliff Lodge and Spa, and it is an amazing location because you can walk to the pedestrian village, which has tons of charming little shops. Also on the rooftop, they have a heated outdoor pool as well as hot tubs. They also have a spa with 21 treatment rooms. So a really great place to go after you've hit the slopes.
$129 a night?
$129 a night. Now that's up until December 18th. So then through the holidays, the prices are going to get a little bit higher. But again, a great deal if you go before the holidays.
Okay, so you don't ski, but you want to do something outdoorsy. You've got a spot about there's the forecast. They do have some snow. Good news. You got a location about 4 hours away?
Yes, so St. George, Utah. And everyone comes to this area really to see Zion National Park. So it's one of America's most stunning national parks. You can go hiking, rock climbing, explore these majestic slot canyons, and then the Red Mountain Resort and Spa. So this is really popular with Travel and Leisure readers. It's a destination spa. You're there to be outdoors, take all these fitness classes, yoga, Pilates, and go hiking and explore. Is it warmer
there?
It is going to be. The weather's going to be nice. So, but temperatures vary. You're in the desert, so just be prepared for that kind of a climate. But the other thing that's great about this hotel, they have a package, $234 per person per night. It's 4 days, 3 nights, and that includes your meals, guided hikes, a massage, a pedicure, all sorts of added value there. So it's a really good place to go to be fit and active.
All right, let's check the forecast out for St. George, see how they stack up this weekend. That's not bad.
Beautiful. And as Jackie was mentioning, you have a bigger temperature swing because there's no water, which actually moderates the temperature a bit, so that you have a much bigger swing.
Exactly.
All right, Jackie Gifford, thanks so much, senior editor, Travel Leisure. Magazine's on newsstands right now. Thanks so much.
All right, for more on all the destinations, all you have to do is go to our Facebook page.
All right, Paul Goodlow in Atlanta. I know, Paul, you're a big skier. You ever ski out there?
Yes, I'm a skier, and I'm big, so I'm a big skier. Let's talk about the forecast here. Not the best skiing weather across parts of the Appalachians. Some rain showers and temperatures still warm, 69 in Atlanta, cooling down across the Northeast, but you'll be cooler over the next several days. Let's move this forward on towards tomorrow because we still have the wet weather out towards the west. Even on tomorrow, we still have rain showers here in the Bay Area, but more rain moving through the Ohio Valley and into the interior of the Northeast, and temperatures start to cool down a little bit as well. Move on towards the weekend. Rain showers from the Southeast all the way to New England, and some cold air, some freezing rain in the interior of the Northeast, but behind it, some colder air coming in. Only 27 in Minneapolis. As we head on towards Sunday, Chicago only 35 degrees. Watching for a little wintry mist here in the upper Midwest. While the Northeast, we start to slowly clear out, but also cool down by the end of the weekend. Guys?
Paul, thank you so much, Paul. Well, up next in the winter weather update, new storm could be taking aim on the East Coast.
And it could be a real doozy. We're talking
a doozy?
A doozy, yes. We're talking snow and ice. Are we going to see a repeat of what we saw in Buffalo? We'll let you know.
That was a doozy.
Yeah, it was.
From I wonder what it is to you'll never guess. Everything from LL Bean is backed by the same rock-solid guarantee. So while they keep guessing, you know that we'll take it back or replace it. LL Bean, guaranteed to please.
She's a news anchor with a big personality. She's smart, funny.
Thank you. Badass.
And passionate.
Attack! I'm sorry, I said ass.
But we're about to find out.
It's okay. You'll be fine.
What happens when she gets serious?
This is a story of legitimate wrongdoing on a big scale. Nope, that's made up. Not true. If we're not going to ask these questions now, then when exactly are we going to ask them?
From MSNBC, The Rachel Maddow Show, weeknights at 9.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms. High 78. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, showers early, then partly cloudy overnight. Low 71. Chance of rain 50%. Friday, partly cloudy skies. High 79. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Have you come to negotiate? I don't think so. Remember this for eternity.
Exodus, rated PG-13.
When I crave a smoke, that's all I crave. That's where this comes in.
Only Nicorette gum has patented dual-coated technology for great taste. Plus, Nicorette gum gives you intense craving relief.
And that helps put my craving in its place. That's why I only choose Nicorette.
You do a lot to keep your family safe at home. So make sure they're safer on the road. See farther, wider, better. Upgrade to Silver Star Ultra headlights from Sylvania.
Here's a question for you. When electricity is generated with natural gas instead of today's most used source, how much are CO2 emissions reduced? Up to 30%? 45%? 60%? The answer is up to 60% less. And that's a big reason why the U.S. is a world leader in reducing CO2 emissions.
Can you read this for me?
We invited 29 people to test their vision.
I can't read this at all. Here, try Adlin's Adjustables.
Awesome.
You just turn the little wheels.
As you're turning the knob, things just like come into view. I love that you can adjust it for whatever you're doing.
What if I told you they were only $29.99?
Okay, I wouldn't believe you. Call 800-881-ADLENS or visit adlens.com. For $29.99, you can see for yourself, and they make a great gift.
Replacing old drain lines used to mean tearing up floors and walls and digging a huge trench in your house, but not anymore. Now there's trenchless drain line repair. Our trenchless pipelining method creates a new permanent pipe inside the existing pipe. A liner saturated with epoxy is inserted into the pipe. A bladder is inflated until the epoxy hardens to form a new pipe inside the old pipe. It's removed and the pipe is ready for use, better than new. Need a drain line repair? Go trenchless. Call Quick Plumbers today.
996188 or go online to theactivebrace.com. Call or click today.
Ride on the most treacherous highway in the world to experience the high risk of heavy rescue. Highway Through Hell, Sundays at 10 on the Weather Channel.
53 past the hour. Welcome back to Wake Up with Al. Tomorrow on our Friday edition, we're going to be taking our forecast to new levels. Chica from the Kids Network, Sprout, will join us to do the weather. Plus, what do these warmer than average temperatures mean for the holiday shopping? What steals and deals can you find this week? Well, in the forecast factor, we are going to let you know the best holiday deals you can get. Now, it's a great deal to be able to head over to Carl Parker. He doesn't charge us a dime for our winter weather update. Do you, Carl?
I do not. Al, we're going to begin with the West and talk about the snow that's been coming down there. We had a terrible year last year in the Sierra for snowpack, and they really depend on that snowpack and the runoff that flows down into the Central Valley in California. Now, the snow water equivalent as of yesterday is up, certainly, now at about 50% of average in the southern part of the Sierra and about a third of the average there in the central part of the Sierra. But we are just at the beginning of the snowfall season there
there in California. There's the average monthly snowfall in Lake Tahoe, California. Things just starting to ramp up at this time of the year, and we get the bulk of the snow between December and March. And so we really need to see those averages maintain or even come up as we go through the heart of the season. And whether or not that's going to happen, of course, remains an open question. There is a little bit of snow coming down right now, some lighter snow in the highest elevations of the Sierra, and we expect to see more of this kind of thing over the next several days. Another series of storms is going to come in, though not really as directed on California, more towards northern California and the Pacific Northwest. So here's one storm moving out. Then as we take a look farther off towards the west, we see another storm that is now south of Alaska, right in there. That's just the first in a whole series of them. And in fact, when we look at the model forecast, here you see one that's approaching the northwest. There's another one coming in. That'll be moving in into the early part of next week. And then another one will follow that. But notice how more of the energy is really directed on the Pacific Northwest, not so much on California until we get to the latter part of next week. Maybe by Friday and Saturday, we see a little more weather there in California. So looking at precipitation over the next 7 days, looks like it's going to be, again, more directed towards the northwest. This is really combining rain and snow, and the heaviest of that is likely to be in western Washington, western Oregon, northern parts of California. One more thing to tell you about, we think there is a chance that there will be a snowstorm in the northeast come Monday. Looks like it's going to be north and west of 95, wet weather generally east of 95, and a full-fledged snowstorm possibly on Tuesday for northern parts of New England with a lot of wind to boot, although the models are really disagreeing about that. The European model is the one that favors this scenario. GFS model says nothing at all by Tuesday, but at this point it looks like it is a possibility that we will be dealing with some snow. Steph, over to you.
All right, Carl, thank you. A Colorado skier hitting more than just the slopes. He has a run-in with an avalanche and caught it on camera. This man skiing down the mountain, and just after making a small drop, he hits and sets off an avalanche, and look at the snow rushing past him. He luckily comes out unharmed. There have been reports of dangerous avalanche conditions in the area. I don't know where he even is, to be honest with you. I don't think we mentioned that. I'm not sure where this is. Officials say the avalanche was about 6 to 8 feet deep and could have easily injured somebody. Does anyone have let me know where that is so we can let the viewers know. And the next story is just another reason why we say it's amazing out there. You can use that hashtag. This video was taken by the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. These are called ice volcanoes, and they form basically of a sheet of ice, and then the water just pushes it up and then breaks through it, and then the water continues to, spew out the top of it. Kind of looks like a mini Old Faithful. If you've never gotten a chance to see it, there it is in like a very small version. The Old Faithful goes, obviously much higher than that. Here's a look at our forecast in the Northeast. We have the sunshine, 20s and 30s. Hour by hour, you can see what's happening throughout the day today. We are going to see nice weather until we get into this weekend. It looks like Saturday, that's when things are going to go downhill. So temperatures not too shabby. Washington, D.C., we have the national tree lighting there. It's going to be quiet. Temperatures will be into the 40s. As we look into the southeast, warm air. This is really a taste. Just take a little lick of what's happening in the southeast, because that is going to travel northbound. Now, it's not going to be as hot as it gets into the Midwest, but it's definitely going to moderate that chill that we've had in the air. There's that chill I've been talking about, but the warmth is going to be creeping northbound as we head throughout the day today. So much nicer. How about a little football here? We have the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Bears, and temperatures really not all that bad. It could be a whole lot worse in Chicago for that game that kicks off at 8:25. Al?
Steph, thanks so much. That does it for us here on Wake Up with Al. Thanks for joining us this morning. And don't forget, you want to stay tuned to AMHQ because we've got the Orion launch just moments away, possibly.
Yes, it's going to be coming just after the 7 o'clock hour hits. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back at 5 a.m. to get you ready for your weekend.
Have a good one.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms. High 78. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, showers early, then partly cloudy overnight. Low 71. Chance of rain 50%. Friday, partly cloudy skies. High 79. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Good morning, everyone. That's your local weather on the 8s. Amazing starts right here on AMHQ. And look at this. We've got an incredible exclusive access view for you this morning of the launch right there at Cape Canaveral. Supposedly at 7:05 this morning, just minutes away. We've got a boat in the water. We're trying to clear that out right now. Hopefully that won't delay things. Our Maria LaRosa is at Kennedy Space Center this morning. Again, with exclusive access you will only see right here on the Weather Channel. We're going to bring you the launch live as it happens. Good morning, California as well. Let's stay on this picture as we talk about the headlines. More than 7 inches of rain in some places, flooding homes and leading to some sinkholes as large as 20 feet deep. Of course, we're live in California as well. Let's get, since we've got a little moment before the launch happens, let's get your big picture in this morning. And remember, anything happens at the launch pad, we are completely plugged in. We're live there. We'll pull everything. We'll show you the images as soon as anything happens there. And we'll probably be the only ones to show you that incredible look as it all takes off and Maria is there. So here we go. We've got a lot to deal with on the map. I know we've got that rain in California again today, but let's concentrate on the system that brought that rain and where it goes next. Today, that low, that upper level low, shifts into the Four Corners. So we've got Phoenix, Flagstaff, Albuquerque all getting rain over the next 12 hours, anywhere from an inch in Phoenix to probably about a quarter of an inch as we get there. Now, this becomes a big weekend rainmaker and storm system. Mike Bettis is going to step you through moment by moment with this low and who gets a rain out this weekend from that system as it moves into the country. One more time, we're dealing with the middle of the country and all the way to the East Coast. We've got that pleasantly mild air into the deep south today, but we've got one other little system that is the dividing line between a little wintry mix and some rain today. So northern Illinois, northern Missouri, St. Louis, you could be the borderline right there of where this little freezing mix over the next 12 hours moves across the area. So that's going to keep roads a little slippery. South of that, Paducah, Louisville, right now it seems like you're in for rain out of this, but it's that wiggle room, that wiggle line that could just put a little freezing mix in some areas, so we're on top of that. And how about clearing out those skies in the northeast? There's that big area of high pressure. Okay, you're not perfectly clear, but you're getting great looking skies coming up, and you will be clear and sunny later on today. Nearly a week back to the west of relentless rain pounding California. The images of the past 24 hours are astounding. Let's show you what it looks like in California and what people are dealing with that heavy rain this morning. San Francisco getting pounded by record rains, nearly 2 inches at the SFO reporting station. That's the airport on Wednesday, adding to the already soaked city nearly 5 inches over the last 5 days. The drenching causing major flooding. Look at this aerial footage. Streets more like flowing rivers. Cars almost completely submerged. Water reaching as high as the door handles. The powerful rushing water scouring out sinkholes. This one the size of 2 cars, surfacing downtown. Pressure so strong, even manhole covers like this shooting into the sky from the overflowing sewer lines. And these multi-million-dollar waterfront homes in Marin County, rising waters lapping right to their doors. More rain is expected today before it tapers off Friday. We'll continue to follow the rain in California today and all systems across the country. Take a quick look at the launch pad, though, before we move over to Mike to track that low. We've got 2 things that are going on today, watching it moment by moment. We've got propellant conditioning that is kind of pausing things right now, and also a boat in the water. As soon as we clear those things, NASA will tell us what the schedule is for launch. Had been 7:05. Mike, let's follow that low.
All right, let's talk about what's happening for us presently today. It is bringing some rain for you this morning, early morning hours in Phoenix up through Flagstaff. So this is pretty much the only game in town as far as the rain goes this morning. Getting a little tighter here into Phoenix to show you what's going on. We've had some showers in and around Avondale this morning as well as Buckeye. So maybe a little bit of a slick road for you this morning as you head into work, especially early this morning, west side of town and then north side of town as well. This becomes a bigger player for the rest of the country through the week, but today it's primarily a Four Corners issue for us, including Phoenix, Flagstaff, over toward Albuquerque, as well as Santa Fe. But if you take a look at the bigger picture here, we'll widen this out a little bit and show you the